Jay Thunder.
And AJ Radix.
And we are the PWX AWA Tag Team Champions, Extreme Thunder. And you're listening to the Smack Raw Podcast, baby.
Hey folks, welcome to the SmackDown Podcast, a wrestling recap show where we cover all your WWE, AEW, NXT recaps, reviews, pay-per-view predictions. Like always, it's Kyle here, joined by all my cool cats and kittens. Got RN and Sebastian. What's up, you guys?
And just happy to be back on a Friday.
Right.
Been a
So
while.
what is this, my second SmackDown?
Fucking you're alive, dude. Jesus Christ, man. I haven't seen you in 4 weeks. Given the current landscape, I didn't know, man.
Oh, we were on WrestleMania.
Yeah, man, like, no one watched that, okay? So it's like kayfabe-wise, like, you know.
Was that show I did with you guys the last time he was on?
Yeah. It's the only
Damn.
time. Yeah, Sebastian's only been on, like, once in the last, like, 2 months, it feels like.
Oh, yeah, probably.
How are you and your fridge doing?
Good.
Good?
I don't know if you can hear any noises.
No, man, we're using what all the cool kids are using, Zoom, as you can see with the background. Look at that. Got Braun and Fiend. They made their appearance in the show.
I didn't get the background memo.
I didn't either.
No, well, yeah.
Light switch action.
You got your light switch going on over there, RN. Nice, man. RN, welcome to SmackDown. Don't usually have you on the show. How you doing, bud?
Doing good. Glad to be here. I think this is my second SmackDown episode.
Yeah.
I think I've done every show now but Raw.
Really? Well, Raw is a rough one. We shoot it in the morning, you know.
But that's what I'm going to tell you guys. Now that I'm working from home, I might be able to swing one of those two Tuesday morning.
Hey, it's up to you. Like lately, it's been Vince and myself. We kind of find it refreshing, actually, shooting like all these podcasts at night. Vince and I, it's kind of like, I don't know how to say it. It feels like a stroll in the park. Like you just wake up and do a podcast in the morning opposed to at night when us old asses want to go to bed because we have our kids and our real lives and quarantine beating us down. Jesus.
Facts. Yeah. Today was the first time I left the house in like a week and a half.
Just play Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing? Oh, man, I got to get that. I do. I don't know, man. Have you played Stardew Valley?
No.
No? See, that's the thing. I need someone who has Stardew Valley, and they got to tell me if I should get it or if Stardew Valley fills that void. I don't know, man. Really quick, I'll do a quick plug, and we'll get back to hanging out, just because I see some people joining in. If you're new to the show, we're a wrestling recap podcast. Every now and then we shoot some odd episodes, which at the end of today's episode, we'll fill you in on a couple cool things that we're doing. But you can find us on pretty much all your major platforms for podcasts. Of course, we are live on YouTube amongst various other platforms. And if you want to chat with us live on the air, go ahead and hit us up, man. We're reading off your chat comments, questions, and giving you shout-outs during our shows every week. So go ahead and hit us up. Other than that, like, subscribe, download, all that fun stuff. Anyways, RN, you said it was your girl's birthday today.
Yeah, it was my daughter's 6th birthday today, and we had a quarantine drive-by party for her.
What the fuck? If that doesn't sound so 2020, man.
Pretty much friends and family drove by, yelled happy birthday, and threw presents out the window and shit. So,
jeez,
pretty dope.
Did you hose the gifts down with Lysol?
No, her mom did. She had the bleach wipes wiping them down as they came through the door.
Oh, my God, man. 2020, you are a strange creature. I've got to tell you that. Holy moly. Anyways, I guess we'll get to the show. SmackDown, in a nutshell, Sebastian. I don't have Actually, hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead and add we have a custom little graphic media file for Sebastian. Instead of you giving the phenomenal rundown, I'm going to have you give it a phenomenal grade. But give me just a second here. We're going to do this.
Write down my rundown shit like I usually have.
No. Don't worry about the rundown. Don't worry about the rundown. Oh, man, I don't know if I have it on here.
Not going to lie, I bet went to like cage seats or something to cheat. You put me on the spot there.
Oh, man. I forgot I deleted because Vince made me all these new backgrounds and everything. So I deleted the SmackDown format, but I believe, if I'm correct, I have it right here. Ready? Hold on 1 second. I hope it doesn't just. There it went. I'm gonna throw the graphic up on the screen, and then you give me your overall grade. Ready? In 3, 2.
Okay. C plus.
There we go. Phenomenal rundown.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh man. What did you think of tonight's show, RN?
It was C for me. I mean, it's no secret. SmackDown's probably not one of the best things we have going on. It was entertaining tonight. Some of the things I'm here for, like Otis and Mandy, and hopefully Braun losing the Universal Championship. I mean, I'm kind of in on those
blasphemy,
things.
man. I'm
No, he's
happy
terrible.
Braun's got that belt. We'll talk about. Look, there's our champion right there, getting his jaw ripped out by the Fiend.
Right.
No, I gotta say, okay, so I guess I'm one of those guys that I get enjoyed easier. Like I find enjoyment easier. I will say we had call-ups, we had story advancement, we had weeks of custom programming, referring to the Triple H 25-year special and the Jeff Hardy stuff.
Yeah,
I thought
go
today
Triple H.
was pretty cool. I thought today was pretty cool because it gave you a lot of reasons to continue tuning into SmackDown. Granted, in a whole as the show, nothing crazy happened, but it felt like every 15, 20 minutes
Something
they
crazy.
were giving us a reason to tune in next week or 2 weeks from now.
It's definitely been one of the better SmackDowns here within the last few weeks for sure. But I mean, my bar is so low for SmackDown. Like it kind of is what it is.
That might be it for me too, man. My bar might just be so low that that's cool. Now I did miss the opening like 10, 15 minutes. So Sebastian, let me throw it over to you. How did we kick off the show tonight?
Well, Braun came out and he roared.
Yeah.
Had the belt up in the air. Started talking some. This is my analysis here. Interrupted by Shinsuke. Shinsuke comes out and Braun's like, just let me celebrate, dude. Shinsuke's like, nah.
These two got a
Cesaro-
history, man. Braun almost killed Shinsuke, power slamming him onto that damn piano.
Yeah.
Let's not overlook that, man.
And Cesaro comes in, kind of strats Braun. Shinsuke gets the upper hand, and they set up a match for later.
Okay. Yeah. So simple enough. And then we kicked it off with the Mania rematch with the Kabuki Warriors and the Bliss Cross applesauce.
Yep.
Standard match. This one wasn't as dramatic, I think, as the Mania match where it really highlighted Nikki Cross's resilience.
Yeah.
However, the champs ended up retaining. Do you guys believe between the news and Asuka's continuing like singles highlights? Asuka's been the MVP of these PC shows, by the way. Asuka's been on, I believe, every single Raw and SmackDown since they went to the Performance Center.
Did not know that.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, she's been the MVP of them. Rumor has it is that Kairi Sane is either Kairi Sane's holding out on her contract, either to negotiate a better deal, or maybe she's leaving WWE. This leaves people to believe that Kairi Sane might be out and Kabuki Warriors might be done. Potentially, we could have watched the last Kabuki Warriors tag team match tonight.
I'll be honest with you, good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love both the women, and I think that they did eventually kind of hit a stride and develop some sort of chemistry together in the ring. But to me, both of them are way better single competitors than they are as a tag team.
I got you.
Just keep Asuka as a heel.
Keep Asuka as a
Exactly.
heel.
Yeah.
Keep her as a heel for sure.
Yeah, I
shit talking,
I
dude.
completely agree. Hey, what do you think of Asuka cutting Japanese promos?
I dig it.
I don't understand what she says, but
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean-
for it, man. I'm definitely for it. I don't give a damn if I don't know what she's saying.
I
Running
think
out
my
of time, we removed a 40-minute. Does Zoom do this? We removed.
Yeah,
the
it does
40-minute
it. You're
time.
good.
We're good, huh?
I was
Yeah,
like, what
we're
the
good.
hell?
So hold on,
We're good.
man.
It does
Hold on.
that.
This is what we get for trying out new software for this show without testing it like extensively. All right.
Well, I've been on it before. You guys haven't. It's fun.
It's fine. All right, hey man, as long as I know our stuff ain't gonna shut down.
Trust them already in here.
If anything, my
No,
camera battery might die. I might just freeze up.
No, it's me personally. Like I like that. Like sometimes when they do like ethical things, like I'm not gonna lie, it kind of like pisses me off. But I know that's kind of a part of what wrestling is. But when they do something like this, where it's tongue in cheek, it's supposed to be funny. It's not a serious thing. But she's damn good at it, and even though we don't know what the hell she's saying, you kind of know what she's saying. So like I've enjoyed it. Just a different spin on the whole ethnic Japanese foreign person or whatever. So,
Dude, I find it fucking hilarious.
It's definitely better when we don't have fans being idiots and yelling 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I've been hearing
20 years later.
Yeah.
She's the MVP of the empty arena shows. Is what Asuka is.
Well, she did have the belt that she could flip over real quick.
All right. So, hot take really quick. Is this the last Kabuki Warriors match? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna say
they
yes.
have too many. They have too few women's tag teams, so
yeah,
I think they're gonna do what they got to do.
I'm gonna say it's it, man. I'm gonna say just quietly, Kairi Sane's off our TV until she determines whether or not she's re-signing. After the match, we see that it's official. We'll see Braun Strowman facing Nakamura in the main event of tonight's show. Yeah, we cut back though. Elias back in the crow's nest. I think he might have some PTSD. I know I would. I've been tossed out of that damn thing. Elias has a song, essentially, Walk with Elias, Walk with the King. My son and I had a good sing-along. Really catchy stuff. I loved it. He made a Lion King reference, which, by the way, I'm going to personally take credit for. We put up a show, and we heavily referenced when Elias got tossed off. It was definitely the Mufasa angle. So that tickled me to see that he even referenced Lion King himself, but he referred to himself more as Simba. But he gets to play the full song, no interruption. This is like when Ric Flair hit a crossbody off the top rope. After years of that man getting tossed off the top rope, he finally hits a crossbody. Feels the same with Elias after years of getting interrupted. You know,
right?
I only remember him hitting it one time, and that was his retirement match.
That's the one I'm referring to. Okay, look, man.
Well, I say retirement.
You know. All right. Hey, after the fact, we get a recap of Otis and Mandy at Mania. Otis finally got the girl. After the recap, we got Dolph and Sonya. Like, what is drawing these two people together? They got caught doing a dastardly deed on live television. Well, live television. And now they're just going to show up on TV all the time. Like, do they not know that's bad for your PR? I'm just saying, man. But they're heckling.
I mean,
no, go ahead, man.
No, I mean, it kind of is what it is. I mean, I get it. I mean, there's two heels thinking they're trying to do the better of something. That's always like a classic heel motivation. Like, we know what's best, but
yeah,
I mean,
talk
it is
about
what
that
it is.
controlling shit, man. They're yelling at Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Like, we want what's best for Mandy. We know what's best for her. This is stuff like, tell us where she is. Like, it was. That's some creeper stuff, man, right there. Like, that is some definitely creeper
And why the
stuff.
hell would they think that Cole and
Graves.
Graves know where the hell she is?
Well, Graves knows everything, dude.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's
Graves
true.
does know everything with those divas now, all right? Or the women's locker room. Well, Tucker comes out, though, and we get a parody of the Dolph segment from a few weeks ago where Dolph was taunting Otis with the Instagram photos, but now it was Tucker came out and was taunting Dolph with Instagram photos of Otis working out with Mandy. And
That camel toe boy.
oh, my God. Yo. All I'll say is,
That's the only thing I remember from the pictures.
dude, I hate to say it, but all I remember is Otis is working out with bananas. You know,
Yeah.
like the man cares about his potassium intake. Man.
Intake.
But this led to a match being set up between Tucker and Dolph. Before we got to the match, though, WWE teased us. So it does show, now that we're not doing the WrestleMania recaps to fill airtime, we found out what they're going to be doing, and they're going to be highlighting wrestlers' careers.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that they're teasing us with is they're going to be celebrating 25 years of Triple H. And it's going to make its initial debut 2 weeks from tonight. So the SmackDown after next, we're going to have some sort of special based on Triple H. I don't think it'll take up an entire episode. What do you think? A 20-minute block?
I was thinking it was going to take up a good portion of the show because, in my eyes, I think it was like something they had set up in case they ran out of stuff to record or to prolong what they already have recorded. That's what I was thinking. I mean, especially it being the GOAT's 25 years in the business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Ooh, man.
either
Throwing
way,
around
I'm
the
down
goat.
for it. He's my favorite wrestler all time. Like,
I don't know what's going on anymore. The reports were that they taped so much content later this week, and an hour ago there's reports that they're going live next week. So who knows? I don't know.
we were talking about that on the NXT show. Like, if you had everybody together to record WrestleMania, why didn't you knock out 3 or 4 shows while you had everybody right there at one spot, or at least had a few people at each place you were recording? Like, why didn't you knock out as much as you could, being that we don't know what's going to happen and if Florida's going to be completely shut down where you can't do anything?
Well, apparently the governor gave them special permission. That was the report today that they
Oh,
could
okay.
still, do their stuff at the PC.
Not to mention, the rumor had it like it took almost like 2 full days of constant recording just to knock out WrestleMania. But I'm not sure. I didn't follow up too much on that. But it sounds like what we're viewing takes a lot longer than what it actually is. Like,
Well, no, I get that because like Lucha Underground used to do that. They'd record like a whole season in 3 or 4 days at a time.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of Lucha Underground. You could spot it too. Guys all
Yeah.
banged up from the previous match, but you're playing it off like it's like
Yeah.
several weeks later. Like, no, that
Yep.
dude's obviously got welts on his back from just like an hour ago. But well, yeah, the Triple H special. I'm down for it, man. I've always special. Triple H has always held a special place in my heart, man. As far as wrestling goes.
Yeah.
You ever watch the YouTube video? Oh God, what's it called? I think it's called Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. But essentially, this group they've got a bunch of famous people making cameos, but they have a bunch of actors portraying Triple H's career all the
What?
way up to when Daniel Bryan beat him at WrestleMania 30. But
What's this called?
Wrestling Isn't Wrestling, I think it is.
All right, I'm gonna have to look it up.
And but it's hilarious because all the male wrestlers are acted out by like hot female actresses. And then any female like China is portrayed by a man. Like they reverse the roles. But
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
it's-
check this out for
it's
sure.
absolutely hilarious. I remember it gets me hyped for wrestling. I'll send you a link. It'll take me 2 seconds to find it. I'll send you a link after the
Hell yeah.
episode. But yeah, I think it's like 20, 30 minutes long, but it's phenomenal, man. It's absolutely so good. Remember when I sent a clip to our group chat of the little soundbite of like God, what's the Jesus. I hate being on the spot. I put myself on the spot and then I blank. Whatever. Anyways, we'll move on. We actually get the match between Tucker and Dolph. Tucker looks like he's going to come out like this new mean streak, like trash talking Dolph and throwing him into the steps and everything, just for him to fall victim to a typical match. He gets like 1 or 2 highlights and then just gets cleanly beat. Dolph hits him with the super kick for the win, and that's pretty much the match. I mean, Dolph got a thumb in the eye early on, but it didn't even really lead to the victory.
I like Tucker a lot, to be honest. Like, to me, like Otis, I mean, I know Otis has the charisma and all that shit and the clown and wrestling stuff, but to me, like, I like Tucker and I think he has potential to be more than what this is.
I've come around to Tucker a lot, man. It's just a matter of not if WWE and management's going to get behind the fella, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, he's got size. He can talk on the mic. maybe he needs a little heel. Maybe he does need that little mean streak, a little heel run, turn on Otis, kind of go from there. But I definitely see something in him for sure.
They're giving him a lot of. I know he's lost a couple of them, but they're giving him a lot of singles time to show off. And
Yeah.
even in the chamber match, they gave him some time to
Hmm.
show off. I don't want to do a heel turn too quick, or you're gonna have another big cast situation.
Yeah.
I would say like
I,
I don't mind him having attitude, but I still think his best character is being Otis's best friend. Like it makes him very endearing. Like you can give
Yeah.
him an edge, but you have to know what that edge is for. And if he just
Yeah.
turns on Otis for the sake of turning on him, it's just gonna feel like a cheesy fucking motivation.
Well,
Like
you might as well
why,
book that.
what do you get off like punching down? You know what I mean? Like
If we
Uh,
haven't learned anything, Bruce Pritchard, that's literally what he's going to do.
yeah.
That's you might as well book that.
and I hope they drag it out too. If they are gonna give him a singles run, like I said, big cast in that situation, like he just wasn't ready, and I'd hate to see it happen to Tucker.
Yeah.
I mean, he's athletic, he's big, he's quick, he's a little bit of everything.
I don't really think either one of them were ready. I mean, Otis just happened to catch a little lightning in the bottle with his charisma and there's some of the crazy shit that he does. But actually, in ring, I don't think really either one of them were ready to come up from NXT. I think they definitely could have used a longer run down there, maybe even a little ride with the straps.
Do you remember Too Cool?
Yeah,
They strike me as a little bit more fan favorite of Too Cool. They'll
Yeah.
never be like credible champions. You know what I mean? Individually or even as a tag team. But they can get the crowd behind them. You know what I mean?
which for me is why I think they're going to be stuck mid card, both of them. To be honest, I don't see anything. I wish Tucker would get a chance to do a little bit more because, as you can tell, he can actually talk on a mic. He can hold his own, like, and he's huge. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see them being anything more than
I hate.
mid card.
Did you? Did you? I just watched this last night, so I'm bringing it up now. But did you ever watch the Fighting with My Family movie?
Yeah,
You know how like Vince Vaughn referred to Paige's brother, like dude,
Yeah.
he's a journeyman. You know what I mean?
yeah. He's a hand.
That's kind of what Tucker feels like. It feels
Yeah.
like Tucker can have all these redeeming qualities, but at the end of the day, he never feels like the guy. And what sucks
But-
because I'll sit here on the other side of the coin and be like, dude, I fucking love Tucker,
Yeah.
but I couldn't
But,
picture
like-
this guy hogging a spotlight.
But like Seb said, they've been giving him time. They're on TV every week, so maybe they do see something there. Maybe they're just trying to like Zeb said, slow him down, try and slow drag him to where they need to be. So
And,
that could be a positive.
Could be.
And even if not, at the end of the day, what they're doing with them is working. So,
Yeah.
worst case scenario, they keep doing it and it keeps working. And even if it's stuck where they're at, there's not room on top of the mountain for everybody to begin.
I mean,
with. So
for-
that's their
true.
role, and
Yeah.
they're good at it. No problem.
For a lot of people, they've been the best part of SmackDown for what? 3 months,
Oh.
maybe 2-3 months, maybe longer.
Absolutely. Speaking of, oh wait, no, never mind. I'm skipping way too hard, way too
question,
far in my
though.
notes. Go ahead.
If it happened, I missed it. Was they in a like glitches tonight? I didn't see any
Witches?
glitches. Like the
Glitch?
hackers?
No, I was looking for them.
Okay.
Yeah,
See, I thought that something would pop up during all of that. I was surprised they didn't.
Yeah, I think what they're gonna do is find another
Storyline.
GTV-esque story.
Are we all in agreement that this is Ali for sure? Like, are we all like,
I
Yeah,
think it's too obvious,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
but like kind of too obvious for it to be him. Like it might just throw a curveball just because all the signs point to him.
yeah, and you make it Vince McMahon. It was me all along. Just no, that's terrible. Don't do that, please. What you can keep doing though is keep giving us these dirt sheet segments, dude. Talk about like a breath of fresh air. I don't know about y'all, but Miz and Morrison, god dang man, these guys are entertaining, dude.
Yeah.
yeah, the song. Oh my God, I've watched that video probably about 20 times.
Yep. Yeah, we have a dirt sheet segment. Essentially, it's just to lead up to them. I can't hit the jokes. Go back and watch it for yourself. I'm not going to hit the jokes. It's not going to be funny just going over them. But it leads to them giving a live performance of their music video, Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. Out comes the Usos to interrupt them, followed by the New Day. And essentially, this all divulges into next week, we're going to get a triple threat match between all the other participants that weren't in the WrestleMania triple threat tag team match. So that's what? That's Miz, Jey Uso,
Yeah, and
and
Big
Big
E.
E. And this is going to be for the tag titles as well. This is crazy to me. This is crazy. You're going to have two matches in a row where the tag titles are defended, but there's no tag teams involved. It's just single representatives.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but it is definitely feels like super awkward.
The way they've done it, though, it makes sense. I
Yeah.
kind of like it. Like they were trying to play Morrison did all the work. Now Miz has to do it himself. So I kind of like it in that way.
Yeah.
At least they're not just doing it and just hey go out there and have a match. They're actually putting
Right.
a storyline behind it.
We're all
And I'm interested to see how Big E and them perform in a ladder match.
I don't think it's a ladder
match.
match. I think this is
Oh,
just
it
a
was
straight
just
up
a-
triple threat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm disappointed.
Yeah. I do like the play Teddy Long reference at the end that Kofi Kingston
Yeah.
cut, and they were doing the Teddy Long dances after they revealed the match. Man, that was a nice touch. SmackDown's always got room for Teddy Long, man.
Always.
Yeah. Next up, we need to do unto others because Forgotten Sons have been called up to take on the Lucha House Party. You have the team of Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik taking on Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake. Jackson Riker's out there, obviously, as well. And this is meant to make these guys look dominant. And I say that I'm just not buying it, man. It feels cheaper than when Sanity got called up. And Sanity,
Yeah.
look what happened to them, man.
Well, my thing is with them, like, what's the two guys, the actual tag team, like Jackson Riker's is like, I don't understand like how long are they going to waste him doing nothing just on the sideline? Like he's actually a dope wrestler and like has been for a long time. Like this is to me, it's still pointless. It was ass in NXT. There's going to be even more ass on SmackDown.
Now they said that these guys are a dominant tag team or a dominant force. You're more familiar with NXT than I am, and probably same with you, Sebastian. Were they ever a dominant force on NXT?
Hell no. Don't get me wrong, they had some good matches, like they had some bangers, but I mean, like at the end of the day, whoever they were going against always did something to make you forget them. Like so, they are definitely the Forgotten Sons because I mean that's just the gist of it.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
man.
higher than I am. Like he said, he had some bangers. I only remember like two matches that I enjoyed with theirs. One of them was that ladder match. Fatal
Yeah.
Four-Way. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't. I mean, it's to me like it didn't work. I don't know why they think it'll work on SmackDown if it didn't get over on NXT.
I think they're just looking for another tag team.
They
Yeah.
had to call
Otis is-
someone up. You know what I mean?
Otis is doing, his little single stuff, and Revival's going apparently. So they had to bring somebody.
I just don't know why they're wasting Jackson.
Yeah.
Like he's got the charisma. He's nice size. Like I mean, he has a character. Like he's a legit wrestler. Like I don't know. I can't even remember the last single match he's had. Maybe since last year. Maybe.
Well, what if they brought him up to dissolve the trio, similar to what happened to Sanity? You know what's crazy is out of Sanity right now, the only one that's thriving is Alexander Wolf, arguably over on NXT UK, being part of Imperium. Like,
Well, I mean, they got NXT's had Killian.
I know
he's on there
but
continuously.
He feels like he's just constantly waiting, though. Like it feels
But
like
he's-
Killian Dean is now. Granted, I don't watch it religiously as you guys do because it's too much fucking wrestling. But whenever I try to catch up on it, it's like I always get this feeling like Killian Dane's having these feuds just to remind you that he's on the show, but he's never like a focal point. Whereas
No,
Alexander,
but he's winning though.
Yeah, that's true. I just kind of value Alexander Wolf surprisingly. Because he was the most looked over out of all of Sanity. Can we agree?
By far.
Yeah. And now he's part of one of the most dominant factions in the
And he's
NXT
actually
and
really-
WWE.
he's really good in ring. Like his matches are like if you ever go back and watch them, like even the one with Finn, like that was he can go.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe that's what they're gonna do with Forgotten Sons, is they'll break them up after like a couple weeks, and then Jackson Riker will
Yeah.
emerge out of the group, and unfortunately Wesley Blake and um, Steve Cutler will have to just go to main event or NXT UK or somewhere else and try something else. Unfortunately,
I
Yeah.
think that'd be released.
yeah, I mean,
I mean,
especially nowadays.
Wesley Blake's had how many chances now? Wasn't
Yeah.
he even teamed with Buddy Murphy back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I initially learned about him, was he Blake
Yeah.
and Murphy with
I mean, you
Alexa
can only
Bliss.
have so
Alexa
many
Bliss.
chances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
How
Alexa
many
Bliss.
chances and you're gone? So I'd say they're
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't. But in my heart of hearts, I think it's Jackson Riker. Like,
Yeah, it has to be.
He'll come out of this. He'll come out okay because he
For
looks like a
sure.
beast. He does
Mhm.
look like a beast, man. Or hey, man, who knows? Maybe now this is reaching. I'll fully admit this is reaching, but maybe you get Rob's girl there. Oh God,
Lacey.
Lacey. All former Marines and military. You know what I'm saying? Get this little faction going.
Make them be her henchmen.
Yeah, maybe that would be kind of cool. We haven't seen that since Shaniqua. Yeah, man. Who knows? Who knows?
That's
Anyway,
actually a pretty decent damn idea.
yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Cutler gets the pin though to beat Lucha Underground. Jesus Christ, Lucha House Party. At least I'm not Rob over here calling them Lucha Funhouse. We get a backstage segment with Bliss Cross, Applesauce. They're feeling untouchable, and they're approached by Dana Brooke and Carmella, who issue a tag team championship challenge after overhearing Nikki Cross saying that they feel untouchable. I liked kind of the little bit of dissension here, just a little hint of it. Alexa Bliss being very apprehensive, like, no, we're not ready to defend these titles. You guys just walked up and challenged us, which is extremely logical. But Nikki Cross is super eager to take on the world. And so they have a quick little powwow. And then as Alexa Bliss comes back, which it's not like they walked off to have this powwow. They just the camera just kind of
Stood
pans
there.
away from them. And Nikki Cross.
That was actually good.
Yeah, exclaimed that of course they'll have a match. I found this endearing on Nikki Cross. Could this be leading to finally Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross breaking up? Nikki Cross just accepting too many challenges, and when they finally lose, Alexa Bliss blames her, and they finally they implode, which we thought would happen a fucking year ago, maybe.
I don't want a tag division.
That's what I said. They can't at this point. They only got 3 damn tag teams in the women's division, and they're probably about to lose the Kabuki Warriors. So you're gonna have to ride this one out.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of the Kabuki Warrior. I just don't see him coming back.
That's what I'm saying. So why would you break up arguably your top 2 tag teams in the division?
Well, what tag team could you form? You could have. Well, you're not going to do Bailey and Sasha because they're about to implode. Who else could you do? You could do Nia Jackson, Tamina, but that would be heels. Nah, you need baby faces to take it off of Alexa Bliss and Nikki. What about you? Like, what do you think? Who's some baby faces you could pair up?
All people I can think of is Lacey and Naomi. That's the only one.
What about the Iconics, man?
They're too good as heels.
Yeah, but people love them. I think people like.
Yeah,
them.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them for sure.
I don't know, man. It's weird. I think that's how you break up Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, though. Is Nikki Cross is eager to be a defending champion, where Alexa Bliss wants to be more cunning. And then when they finally blow it, Alexa Bliss blames Nikki. I can see that.
That's definitely gonna happen. Any old school, like done over 1,000 times scenarios, that's what Bruce Pritchard brings to the table.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, yeah. Um, Sasha and Bailey come out though. They cut a promo, and they've got 2 words for you. Anyone pick up on that shit?
Yeah.
Oh man, I expected Rob to lose his stuff in the chat when Bailey said we got 2 words for you. Who else picked up on when Sasha Banks said "screw you"? She was eyeballing Bailey when she delivered that line.
Yeah, somebody pointed that out on Twitter, and I rewinded. And I was like, "Damn, she was."
She eyeballed the hell out of Bailey when she said it.
Hmm.
I thought she was gonna turn on her. Like that's. I was like, it
Yeah,
was that blatant. Um, but yeah, they're pretty much saying screw you to everybody who thought that they would implode by now. Tamina comes out upset that she didn't get pinned like by one individual. It took the rest of the women in the 5-pack challenge to pin her. So she challenges Bailey to a match, and I love this. I love that she shit talks Bailey. Sasha stands up for her, and mid talking shit has to look back at Bailey and be like, "Hold me back." You know,
yeah.
like fucking love that stuff, man. Come on, do
The
more of that.
NBA.
Yes, man. Do more of that, man. And then we get the classic stuff, like you said, RN. More classic stuff. Bailey says, "You want a match? Fine, you got it, but you got to get through Sasha first." So she throws her friend to the wolf, and Tamina says, "Your bestie just screwed you." Essentially, could further cause more issues between the two of them. Probably.
I think I think they should just. I know everyone thinks that that's going to happen, and we know it is going to happen. I think they should stop throwing the little breadcrumbs of dissension in and just ride it out, and then it'd be a surprise either one way or the other one turns on. Because the speculating and shit, like to me, worrying about that and thinking about that, it takes away from the matches that you have along the way. Because that's all you're paying attention for, all you're looking for is when is one of them going to turn on the other one. I think they should just leave it how it was, her saving her, them acting like they're best friends, and then out of nowhere, one or the other one turns on them and keeps it moving.
To be fair, though, as long as Tamina's in the match, I'm not going to be paying attention anyway.
Well,
At
was,
least
I
I
can't
have.
disagree
At
with
least
that.
I have something to pay attention to in this situation, Ariane. Don't take that away from me.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I mean, I don't even know why she's there. Like her, Dana Brooks, and a couple other chicks. Like, just leave their asses in the back, or only
hey,
bring them out for
I
squash
won't. I
matches.
won't. I will not stand for any Dana Brooke hate on here. Okay,
What
listen.
it's happening because she is
She is
ass, bro.
untapped potential. All right, listen now.
Yeah, she's been untapped potential for 10 years, bro. When's she gonna tap something? She can't talk on the mic. She's not getting any better on the
She
ring. The
can
best thing
talk
she
on the
did,
mic, man. She's super charming
no,
on the
she
microphone.
no, she's
She
not,
is.
bro.
She's
You're
so
letting the titties
charming.
blind you. You're letting the titties blind you, bro.
Kyle flexes his muscles when she tells him to.
Man, I do, man.
Bro,
I
she
hop
is
on,
terrible,
dude. I
man.
hop on that Flex Express. Okay, listen now.
Listen, body wise, yes, she's amazing. I love everything about her body. But other than that, she is ass. And that senton, has she hit it on anyone yet? Has she actually landed it correctly on anyone yet?
I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't tell you what her finisher is. So
She does a senton, but she's never hit anybody with it. She's all literally either hit just her head on their body or no part of them at all, and the camera pans away to show so it doesn't show that she completely missed.
No, she killed Sasha at one time. I remember that.
Yeah, that's it. She either misses or kills people.
there you go. Speaking of killing people,
Kill shot.
Sheamus had a match against Cal Bloom in a brutal squash match. Yo, so squash matches are definitely accented better with the no crowd because you can
Yeah.
hear the impact. I love that Sheamus yells out during this match. He's like, "I love the sound of silence." Then he hits
Yeah.
the beats of the Balor. Oh my god, dude! That move has never looked or sounded more vicious to take.
That Cal Bloom, even though terrible name aside, he sold the shit out of all of that stuff. Like he made Sheamus look like he was the definition of enhancement talent.
dude, Sheamus
Like he made Sheamus look good as shit.
looked like a murderer in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't realize it, but like that's one thing. Now, granted, you can't have week over week like too many squash matches, but that silence because you don't really have much crowd reaction to a squash match, anyways. You know what I
Oh.
mean? So if you can hear the impact of the moves hitting more clearly, I think it accents it a little bit better. But Sheamus just sounded vicious.
Yeah.
Sounded fucking brutal in the squash match. And then following it up immediately, we have chapter 1 of the Jeff Hardy special we're
It
getting.
ain't gonna hurt you if your arm gets in here. Just get the water.
There is no water in there.
Jeff Hardy, we see a special. This is chapter 1, the rise of Jeff Hardy. We get some of the famous clips of early on in Jeff's career. Obviously, they show a bunch of Matt Hardy, which is nice, seeing as he just left the company so frequently, so recently. So it's nice not to see the pettiness there going too heavy.
Yeah.
But it shows some cool clips. My favorite, of course, is always going to be that Swanton at WrestleMania. What was it, like 2000? In that ladder match that he hit. Oh, man, that is one of the most iconic WrestleMania moments you're ever going to get. And yeah, so it shows right here that we're going to get these, what would you call them? Like character biographies or just these character highlights.
Man, how many chances is this dope head dude gonna get?
Oh man, come on, don't do Jeff like that.
I mean, it's I don't know, man. Like it just, if you think back to so many people that have been lost because of their demons and stuff and everything, like Jeff Hardy comes back from the dead or from the pill bottle every single time, bro. Like I don't understand it at all. Like
No,
especially in this era too, where it's like you want your guys to be good guys and like somewhat be good role models and stuff and everything. Like this dude is ass, man.
I'll say this. I'll
To
say
be
it's
fair, the last couple of times it's been injuries. It ain't been.
well, no, he does get even when he's out with injury, he gets busted with DUIs.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
stuff.
he has it this
Yeah.
time. He has it, huh?
But
No, the last time he did this time, he got a DUI. Like, what was
Mhm.
it, like either the first of the year around Christmas time?
He got
I
a
don't know.
DUI and then he got arrested for being drunk in public. So he got 2
Yeah.
charges while he was out
Oh, I
with
don't
injury.
remember those.
Yeah, this was just recently. This is right
Yeah.
before he came back.
Yeah, but I'll say this. I will say, yeah, he gets preferential treatment due to what he gave to WWE. I mean, there's so many WrestleMania highlights that they would lose if they scrubbed Jeff Hardy from the product. So
Well, I'm not giving him saying Chris Benoit's ass
yeah,
just erase him.
no,
But I mean, like,
yeah,
I don't know. He doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry.
I think he holds a special place in Vince's heart. I bet that's what
I think so too. Clearly, no, it has to be.
Yeah,
No one else. I mean, no one else alive has got that many chances. I mean, I hate to say that, but
well, see, that's
true.
the thing is, I don't think it's so much as wellness policy as it is like he just gets busted out of the ring. I mean, the
Yeah.
Usos had a terrible run. But
Yeah.
granted, it's not as many as Jeff Hardy's had. Jeff Hardy's obviously spans out longer, but I think they're just things is like if you draw and you're not technically breaking the WWE policy, you're getting in trouble outside of the WWE rules, like with the law, then they can kind of separate themselves because he hasn't broken the wellness policy
no.
since he's been back. His just
But if you watch that Dark Side of the Ring, that was one of the things that got them in trouble. Was
yeah,
they were kind of using that as their loophole to get past stuff. Like, well, technically he wasn't wrestling for us. He had time off. So
yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's shitty.
I get what you're saying, man. I totally get what you're saying. And yeah, he doesn't feel like at that point where you give him the benefit of the doubt, you feel like it is kind of a narrative like that they spin like, oh, now he's hitting rehab harder than ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like how many times are you gonna hit it hard?
Yeah. But it is what it is. We're gonna get the Jeff Hardy highlights. I'm here for it, man. His highlight reel is
Oh no, that
awesome.
part is dope. I mean, no one
Yeah.
does those like flashback video like documentary things. Nobody does it better than them.
Yeah.
Like legit, their production team or whoever's behind those, like finding all that lost footage and stuff and anything. Like they're literally the best that maybe shit even in Hollywood. To me, like they find stuff and show things like it always tugs at your heartstrings or some sort of feeling out of it.
You know
My
what would
Edge
be?
one, man. My Edge documentary.
Hey, you wanna? Hey, really quick, Sebastian. Any way you can get that mic just a little bit closer to you?
I said that Edge documentary.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my
man.
God. I ain't gonna lie. I had one of them little lonely tears come down.
Bro,
The stuff with his mom and stuff, man. Shit.
by the end of that, man, like, yeah, like, it got me too, man. And then you had with Edge's wife, Beth Phoenix, talking about
Yeah.
like, she Edge's mom was like, now you need to look after my son now that I
Yeah.
can't. I
That was
like,
some heavy
oh,
shit.
that's some heavy stuff.
Even the Drew McIntyre one, like you could visibly see, like when he found out that WrestleMania was gonna be no fans and stuff and everything, like you can see his heartbreak in his face and everything on the screen. Like that shit, like it got me. Both of those things. I was like, damn, this is maybe like Drew even more than I already did.
I'll have to check out the Drew one. I haven't seen that. But you know
Yeah.
what? Hey, you know what would be good? I think to replace the Jeff Hardy stuff with, just replace it with the Hardy Boys, Edge Christian, and Dudley Boys,
Oh yeah.
like memorabilia. You don't.
Yeah.
None of them are really in like that bad of graces with WWE.
No,
You
I don't
could
think any
argue-
of them are.
You could argue Matt Hardy for being in AEW, but I don't even think he really did them dirty. Like, you know what I mean?
No.
Like, they let him
His
go.
contract was up, he left. Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
And I think Devon's a producer, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So I think all 6 guys are in, good graces with the company. Instead of just doing a Jeff Hardy special, man, just cover the Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. That would
Thing
probably
is,
do.
though,
I would watch that shit every
Hell
week,
yeah.
man.
thing is though, I don't know. I mean, we talked about this a little earlier. Sitting here thinking about, it, I don't know if they will be like taking up big chunks of the show because they announced like 5 segments for next week's show.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So it seems like they're getting back to the a lot of content during the show and not a lot of
Recap matches and stuff.
Yeah.
and they are doing Money in the Bank qualifying, so they got to build that.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, very good freaking segue. Yeah, next week it's announced that Daniel Bryan will take on Cesaro for a Money in the Bank qualifier, and then I think it was Naomi and Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take on each other.
Another
Also-
loss for Cesaro.
And Andy and Sonya segment, and there's
Yeah, Sonya Deville wants to clear the air with Mandy Rose next week.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is all going to lead to Mandy Rose turning on Otis. Unfortunately, we know it is.
Yep. Absolutely.
But for the time being, it's nice. After this, we got a match. Main event time. Braun Strowman taking on Nakamura, who had Cesaro out there. This match had to play out the way it had to play out, whether you like it or not. Braun Strowman, honestly, he easily went through Cesaro and Nakamura for the win. There was pretty much zero resistance. He hit all of Braun Strowman's greatest hits. The running around the ring shit, which I personally hate. I hate it.
That is the thing I hate the most in wrestling.
Yes, I'm not a fan either. I feel like it's just one of those. It's one of those classic cases that it may have been called impromptu. Vince loved it, and now he's just drives
has
it
to
down our
do it.
throat, man. Yep.
I'm just over Braun. I think Braun, his promos are garbage. His move set, they had a chance with me, and I think with a lot of people when they first started doing the Roman stuff when he was really hot and like they had the whole industry talking about and everything, and they dropped the ball on it. I don't think they've recovered since. And like Seb said, Braun came out and roared. That's the gist of it. When Shinsuke Nakamura and Braun Strowman are doing a promo together, and you can understand Shinsuke better than you can Braun Strowman, there's an issue. There's an issue.
Commentary killed me during this match, though. Like, yeah, Shinsuke wants revenge for his IC title loss. Shinsuke watches his best buddy, Sami Zayn, take the title.
Take the title. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell are they talking about?
And then they're like, Braun Strowman might keep this belt till he retires. He kept the IC title for 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah.
I know, man. Yeah, it is.
How they murdered Shinsuke's character and everything, like it was bad enough they did it to Cesaro, but how they've done Shinsuke, like I like it is literally one of the most heinous and fucking egregious acts the WWE have ever done is the killing of Shinsuke Nakamura, flat out.
Yeah, man.
And that Scuba Steve fucking jumpsuit, oh my god, bro.
I'll say this though. Let me try to shed some positivity on here. After the match, we get an
this is not
impromptu
positive.
Firefly Funhouse.
This is not positive.
This is not positive at all. This is terrible.
Hold on, man. Hold on. All right.
I was mad when that fucking Firefly Fun. The only
Me
time I've
too.
ever been mad when that. And
We get
here's
a-
why.
We
Well,
get a
go ahead.
Firefly Funhouse after the match, after Strowman beats Shinsuke. We we see the whiteboard. This was my favorite joke of the whole thing. The whiteboard in the back says the history of Bray Wyatt and John Cena, and Bray Wyatt says, "I need to rewrite a little history," and he erases history, which is in all lowercase, and rewrites it in uppercase. I'm sorry, I thought that was I'm a dad, so I'm a fan of all the puns and dad jokes, but Bray Wyatt runs down essentially his history of him and Braun. They've got a little bit of history, so they have some story to make. Braun was a very brief member of the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
Quickly left. It was due to the draft, I believe, not actually any type of like betrayal.
Yeah, I think it was the draft. The best part was I brought you into this world. I'm gonna have to take you out. That
Dude,
shit was fire.
Every parent's favorite line. I'm
Yes.
telling you right there. Like,
That was fire. I can't say that.
Bray
But-
Wyatt,
but-
all the puppets in the Firefly Funhouse despise Braun, except for, of course, Ramblin' Rabbit, who is a fan of all of Bray Wyatt's opponents by this
Enemies,
point. We
yeah.
realize, yeah. But Bray says, listen, he's willing to forgive Braun. He just wants an apology. That's all it is. And cues out to Braun, who's in the ring, still with a microphone, says, I'm not going to play into your games. As Bray tries to sign off with his, serious demeanor, and then follows it up with his comical, like, bye. Braun says, hold on, Bray, hold on. And he says, he's like, I'm ready to let him in. But in Bray, he tries to mock Bray's serious tone, and then he tries to mock Bray's, like, playfulness, like, bye. And signs off. Yes, but hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. I think not so much in WWE's writing is there something to look forward to. I think maybe I'm clutching at straws here. I'm clutching. But there might be something to gain from Braun Strowman working very close to Bray Wyatt. Maybe
What is that exactly? Let's hear this bullshit.
I think
Let's
Bray
hear it.
might be able to pass off any advice or knowledge and help Braun's character grow just a little bit more three-dimensional. That's all I'm saying. He might have something to benefit. Think about other people that have benefited in their feuds from the people, like the mentors, essentially, if they've gotten to work with.
But Braun's worked with everybody. He still has.
Why the fuck? does
He worked with.
WWE
Yeah, go ahead.
Why the fuck
Go ahead,
does
Sam.
he want to throw the Fiend in no-win situation after no-win situation? Okay, you're gonna have this. Like the bell rang.
Oh,
at
you think
9:52.
the Fiend's gonna lose?
Hear me out. The bell rang at 9:53, and I looked at it and I was like, "Oh no, somebody's coming out. Please don't be Bray. Please don't be Bray." And then da 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 da, that bullshit. And he kind of took a while to get to Braun, so I was like, maybe he's just, referring
Yeah,
to
I
his
didn't think
match
it
with
was.
Cena.
Yeah, I thought Braun was gone. I thought it was just them like doing the thing and maybe him moving on to whoever the next person was.
So I was like, cool. I'm worried over nothing. And then, hi, Braun. I instantly yelled, fuck. Anyway, okay, they're going to have this match. Braun is going to, after building them up, well, not building them up, he won it as a fill-in, but still, you finally got the belt. And then you're going to take the belt right back off of him and give it to the Fiend that you had to, like...
Had the belt already.
And
What
they
the
had to think of
fuck? Like,
and they had to think of this bullshit way to get the belt off of him, bringing him to Goldberg. I mean, even if he gets the belt, unless it's
What was the
Roman,
point?
nobody can beat him. There's no point in none of this.
Yeah.
that's the part that threw me off was
Braun-
like he had the belt already.
Braun,
What did you go through all that shit and now you're gonna put him back in the title picture?
Braun-
Like, what was the point?
Braun lost the IC belt in 2 weeks. Now he's going to lose the Universal one in one defense. Like, what's that do for Braun?
Right.
I mean,
I honestly think he'd actually retain.
And then
I'm
you
not
fuck
I think
the
he's
Fiend.
gonna win too.
And
I-
here's this: the Fiend loses to Goldberg, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, he can get everything back by his shit with Cena, because he
Mm-hmm.
gets that win back from years ago. It's like the Goldberg thing never happened, and then you're gonna beat him again."
I have no idea what like they have something so powerful. They have their fucking Undertaker replacement right there in their hands. They don't have to do anything except let him be off to the side, away from all this bullshit title picture that you can't manage. You have it right there. Let it breathe. Let it marinate. Go on about leave him completely out of all this shit.
Like, let him work with fucking Kofi. Like,
Yeah.
like
There's like just I don't understand.
wrap the Otis thing up, move heavy machinery up there, let them work with Miss and Morrison, have the Fiend, because there's really not many options on SmackDown for the Fiend right now. But let them work with Kofi and Big E, kinda, but mostly.
Or even Otis, like he could be like he's jealous that he never got the girl or some shit like that, and go after like there's so many different things you can do besides putting him with ass Braun and back in the title picture that you took him out of with old ass dirtbag Goldberg for no damn reason.
Imagine the back and forth between Big E / Kofi and Funhouse Bray.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
like they have it right there in their hand. It can't. It's like point the gun that way, not at your head. Point the gun that way. Turn the gun around.
Like there's so many things I could do instead of no-win situations for somebody. Like everything they put them in.
I don't. It's your two. It's clearly your two top people that you want on SmackDown. Why would you put them up against each other?
Well, 2 out of 3. Roman's not in the picture. Right?
Well, he's not going to be there for a while. Those are your two top people. Like, it's pretty. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's. Oh God! As soon as you said hi, Braun, I was like, "Fuck me."
Yeah, me too. Like,
I don't know.
there's a draft.
I'm such a blind optimist.
You could fill so much TV time in right now just by doing a draft.
Yeah.
Drag it out, switch rosters around, get the Fiend a different opponent that way. But no, here we are, and either he's going to lose the momentum we got from beating Cena, or Braun's.
They've just been continuously breaking my heart with Bray Wyatt, literally since 30 with Cena.
Don't write him off. Don't write him off just yet, because they are giving Bray a lot of creative freedom. I'm willing.
It's not him. Don't get me wrong. It's not him. I know his shit's going to be good no matter what.
Yeah.
But he's still going to take the L, and we're still going to have to listen to Braun Strowman talk for the next month.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a sure thing. I believe Braun will win, but I think they have enough faith in Bray to make good decisions. This does feel like a difficult, like it does feel like they're written into a corner right now, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt.
But this is what they always do with Bray. They put him in these positions because they know the character is strong. They know his mic work is strong, but he's still going to take the L.
I hope not.
I mean,
I really hope not.
There's not a trump card for Bray now that he went with his history with Cena. Like, that was the one thing they could go back to.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah,
so
no, it's very true. It's very true.
Have Braun beat him. He's not really getting that momentum back. And Braun, at this point, he's going to be the guy that can't defend a title. He's going to be the Sasha Banks of the men's division. I mean, it's just no-win situations, and I don't understand the point of it.
Well,
see, I think he is going to defend. I think they're going to put it on him for a while until Roman comes back and take it from him.
I still think they want Roman to win it off of the Fiend. I don't think it would be Braun they want Roman to take it from. That's why I'm thinking that there's a chance that Bray's going to win it, because I think ultimately they're going to want Roman to beat the Fiend. Now, granted, that's a different argument in its entirety.
No, it's not. It's not. That's a fair, and that's what I always expected it to be. But even if that is the case, Roman has already said he's not coming back until this shit is completely over because of his health. So you don't have a timetable on when he's coming back to get the belt from the Fiend. So why would you jump into this right after WrestleMania to start out when you have no idea how long your top guy is going to be out?
Yeah. Well, I'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see, of course. Speaking of stuff that you won't have to wait too long to see, is our show's 1-year anniversary comes up next month, I think May 17th. We'll have to figure out what show that is. Vince and I are tossing around some cool ideas.
Nice.
One of the fun ideas that him and I were tossing around was since we're all owed a bunch of fucking punishments, to just combine them all into one video.
It's on a Sunday.
And it's on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait. We'll have to see.
Is that Money in a Bank Sunday?
Maybe. But like one idea was that like we could have Vince do his whole Cats punishment. Maybe put him in some like cat makeup, and he has to review the movie Cats, because that was the thing initially that he's got to do for when we hit 100 subscribers. And then Jay is set to receive the Toe of Satan this week, any day now, and we can do the whole trivia and stuff like that while Jay does the Toe of Satan challenge. And then pretty much everyone else is owed damn punishments from all these pay-per-views. We were tossing around that idea. We'll have to figure out something though. But we're about to hit our 1 year anniversary, man. I'm super stoked for that.
That's legit.
I wasn't sure if it was
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, man. We all did it, man. We all did it. Really, it's just me and Rob that are hitting the year. You guys got some time, but anyways. Anyways, thank you for joining the show. That's our SmackDown recap. Tune in. What's the next show? We got it's the standard stuff like Raw and NXT, AEW, that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, make sure to tune in. We always like to give RN, whenever he's on the show, a special little plug. Go ahead, plug your YouTube stuff, RN.
Mean Jelly Bean Productions. Check us out. We do videos. Actually, Mean Jelly Bean weddings too. If you're looking for somebody to record your special day, definitely hit us up and hit me up on Twitter at Mr8984. Hit us with the hashtag SmackNXT for any NXT questions or shout outs in the show too.
Nice.
When weddings are legal, he means.
Yeah, when
when
gatherings more than 10 people are legal.
Unless you have a very lonely wedding.
Right.
All right, man. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys are keeping yourselves occupied during these quarantine times. But until next time, of course, thank you for watching, and you guys have a good one.
Later.
Later.
Thanks for following the podcast.